Hi, and welcome back to Pepino Farms. Today we're going to talk about funeral etiquette on Pepino Farms. On the heels of our very first Pepino prediction, let's go ahead and take a little ride back to about 2011, 2012, when James Gandolfini died. And he had a funeral. And, well, Pepinos, just guess who was at that funeral and how it was handled. So I'm going to go ahead and roll the footage. This is our first real reaction video. So I'm just going to go ahead and roll tape.
We all came there because he's...
Oh, also, you know what? I want to make sure that you guys can actually see me. So I'm going to... Come on. Come on. There we go. Things are magical over on Pepino Farms, so I can just shrink myself. Oh, uh-oh. There we go. Okay, you know what? I'm new. I have been on a cucumber farm for a while. I'm a little rickety. And let's go back to rolling the tape.
He was somebody with a very big heart, and we went and we paid our respects to Jimmy, and
oh, yes. I'm going to replay that section so that you can hear what this woman is saying and that her accent is so painfully obviously not from Spain.
It was a very sad day. There was a lot of his friends and family, and we all came there because he was somebody with a very big heart, and we went and we paid our respects to Jimmy, and there was a lot of tears. It is a very big cathedral. It's very big, but it didn't feel that big because there was a lot of love there. His wife spoke a lot of his...
So one of the things that's really interesting here is the editors over at Extra TV got so sick of her duping delight face that they actually cut away. So I'm going to go back so you can see exactly what that looks like.
Heart, and
duping delight. Duping delight.
And we went and we paid our respects to Jimmy, and there was a lot of tears. It is a very big cathedral. It's very big, but it didn't feel that big because there was a lot of love there. His wife spoke. A lot of his close friends spoke.
Does any of this sound like this person was ever from fucking Spain? No, it doesn't, because she's not. This is the early part of the grift. This is the early part of the grift when Alec Baldwin was trying to pretend that his new beard was not a MySpace sex worker.
They said how they don't know how they're going to live without him, how he had such a big heart. He was very...
She is so excited that a camera is pointing in her general direction.
Very big spirit, we'll say.
Because, the first thing that I do after a dear friend of mine has died is immediately leave the funeral and do an interview for the tabloid news show that my husband made them hire me to work at.
Both of his children were there, his son Michael and his daughter Lily. Lily is 8 months old. She's absolutely beautiful. The son...
Oh, I'm just going to edit. I think this is before she was a quote-unquote extra correspondent. Let me correct myself. This is slightly before she became a quote-unquote extra correspondent, which was a shit show. Anyway, continue. Look at the duping delight. You can see the duping delight. Does that look like an expression you would give at any point if you lost a dear friend?
He's very brave. He's a little gentleman. He's very, very brave. And Lily, she's 8 months old. She doesn't understand. She doesn't understand it. But a couple of his friends, the things that they said that they want to make sure that she grows up knowing her father through the love that he gave to all of them.
There is no accent. For the last 30 seconds of this interview, there has been no motherfucking accent.
They used to laugh a lot together. I think these are two men who have a lot of similarities. Although one is Irish and one's Italian, they're pretty tough guys.
Oh, and by the way, Alec Baldwin is not Irish. He is not. He's a lot of white, but not that one.
They were talking today about how they would like to imitate Marlon Brando. And my husband is a very good Marlon Brando imitation. And so a lot of people are coming up and it's a funeral where you love somebody. There are tears and then you laugh, and there are tears and you laugh. And there was definitely a combination of that because Jimmy would have wanted to be remembered with a lot of laughter.
Something that people with histrionic personality disorder do is they perceive relationships as closer than they really are in exactly this way.
I did not know him as well as my husband, but he was always very kind to me. He's very warm, greets you with a big hug. And that was a joke that one person made, and we had to turn to the next person and give them a very long hug. A lot of his castmates were there. Edie Falco, Jamie, who is also pregnant. And it's kind of like who was not there. Everybody wanted to come here to pay their respects for their dear friend. I've married somebody who is an actor, and being an actor, you touch so many people because of your...
She is so excited to be around the famous people. That seems to be the whole fucking point of her even attending this bullshit. And you can see it in her face. You can see it in the duping the light. You can see it in the names that she drops like lead.
Your exposure. But the message that was being said over and over and over again was how he cared so much more about other people than himself. And that reminds me a lot of my husband. And I think this is one of the things that they had in common and they developed a friendship over was how much they gave to charities, how much they thought of the other person before themselves, and maybe how frustrated they can get with the world sometimes. So his legacy is going to continue through his children, his wife Deborah, his friends and family and fans, and we won't forget you, Jimmy.
Thank you for watching Extra on YouTube.
Amber 24.
Yeah, so I don't know about that one. I'm just saying, and look, I might just be a farmer on a Pepino farm, but this face right here, this is not sorrow. This is not I'm sad. This is not I'm missing my friend who just died that I barely fucking knew. This is, oh my God, there's so much attention. Look at me, give me all the, look, I am a person who knew famous people and one died. This is embarrassing. And also, the accent is utter, like, I don't even know what this is. What is this accent? What the fuck is it? Okay. I'm just gonna end this video right here, and I'm gonna go out into my fields and plow them and smoke some weed. I'll see you, sadly, far too fucking soon. This is our first commentary video here on Pepino Farm. So tell us how we're doing in the comments, like and subscribe, and we'll have some new things in next week's harvest. Thanks.